Okay, I'm going to be doing a coolant change for my Ford Focus 2002. They were charging me $89 at a couple of places, so I decided to do it myself. As you can see, let's just take a look at the engine. Yours may be a little bit different, but I hope this helps in some way. Alright, this is the materials that I have. I have a Prestone 50/50. I decided to use this instead of the full 100% because it's just easier and I just think it's a better option for myself. Okay, I got the Prestone flush, which I'm going to be using with distilled water. The reason I'm using distilled water when I'm doing the flush is because there's going to be leftover water in the system, and I want it to be distilled instead of the regular one. From a couple of posts and research that I was doing, I understand that it's better to have the distilled than the other one. I have a funnel over here, a flathead, and a rag. I also have the bucket right here, which I'm going to be doing the dumping the coolant in. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure your engine is cool. Don't have it hot or anything. This one's been pretty much cool, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off the coolant reservoir. And just a quick note, underneath this thing right here, this hose, this tubing, it's pretty hard, actually cracked, and the coolant spilled, and that's the reason I'm going to have to do this flush, because I added regular water into the reservoir. And I got this at the dealer for $25. You unclamp this, do the same here with a flathead, and just install it. It took me about 10 minutes, and it's real easy to just take off. So if this happens to any of you guys, don't go to dealer or anywhere else and pay a lot of money to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Underneath my Ford Focus, let's go over here. I want you to look at this. Alright, this right here is where the coolant is going to come out, from my understanding, I hope. Alright, and I'll go a little slow and let you guys see. So this is on the driver's side, US. I know some people go on here from international and it's on the other side. And you see this thing here, zoom out. I'm assuming that's where you do the lefty-loosey, and then the coolant will come out. So let's get started because I don't have a lot of space on this thing. And just hold on a second. Alright, so you put the bucket right over here. See the bucket right here? It says, don't let kids play with this. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and do the lefty-loosey. Alright, so I don't know why it's not coming through there. I think it may spill out this way. So let me move the bucket. There it goes. Yep, it sure is. Alright, you see the coolant already coming out. I'm going to put on my gloves because I hear if you touch this stuff, it's really bad. So, my wife was just cleaning the other day, so I'm going to put on one of these gloves.
For assistance with your PCS service. For English, press 1. For Spanish, press 8.
And I don't know why my phone just dialed, but alright, I only have a little bit of time left on this video, so I have my gloves on, and I'm going to go ahead and do the rest. Alright, there you go. You see the coolant? I missed a little bit. I don't know if you see that. I'm going to have to clean that up. Alright, so it's coming out. Let me go ahead and alright, I'm just going to let that come out. Alright, you guys see it? Alright, this is my first time doing it, and I hope you guys are getting something from it. What's going to happen next if I run out of the video time, because it doesn't have that much time, I'm going to go ahead and put the flush in here, and then I'm going to add the distilled water and run it for about 15 minutes with the heater on full. And I'm going to close it back up, of course. You know, I'm going to put in the distilled water and the flush in there, close it back up, close the little thing at the bottom up too, and then turn it on, run it for 15 minutes with the heater on full. And then after 15 minutes, or until it gets to like a normal temperature for the car, I'm going to stop it, let it cool off, and then I'm going to, you know, dump out the flush as well. Once I dump out the flush, I'm going to go back down there and re-screw that little thing, and then I'm going to re-add the 50/50. I've also read from a couple of websites that it's good to air out the bubbles and stuff like that, and what they recommend is that you just leave it off and turn on the car, and you know, just let it circulate through the system. The bubbles will come out. And if any of you guys, you know, I'm going to leave it up for post. If you have a better recommendation, if you know where to bleed it on a Ford 16 valve Z-Tag, you know, please go ahead and post and share the information. As for myself, I'm just going to be doing it from what I read on the post, is just leaving this reservoir open after I add the 50/50 antifreeze, which you see right over here. And hopefully that works. Now, if it has any time left, I'm going to hopefully go through all of this. So I think it's finished. Let's go back down there. You see that? It doesn't come all the way out. I'm trying to unscrew it. I don't know if you see that, it's just like dripping. Let's see how much is in there. Oh. Wow, that's a little bit. I figured there was more than that. Alright. So it's still dripping. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just close this back up, and now I'm going to add the flush. Tying that up. Now I'm going to use the flathead. Flathead. You see that? It's nice and tight there. Alright. So now I'm going to take this distilled water. Actually, let me do the flush first. So hold this and get the flush. And alright, you see that? Top of the flush. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to pour it in here. Actually, let me use a funnel.